So, we just got some casting news earlier today directly from James Gunn. We finally have our Clayface after what James Gunn calls an extensive search. So, yeah, we have our Clayface, and it is a actor who is virtually unknown. He's done a few things, but mostly direct-to-TV things. Tom Rhys Davies, I think the actor's name is. But Tom has not really done anything. And also, in some of his headshots, he looks like a young David Bowie. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, we finally have a Clayface for the Clayface movie, which I'm curious about. Like Mike Flanagan did the script. We also have a horror director who, I forget his name, but his work is not awful. So I'm wondering how this is going to play out, and it's going to be a DCU film, which, by the way, even though I am excited for a Clayface movie, I'm not still 100% on the idea of a Clayface movie before Batman. And also, it just kind of like, it feels like these DC movies are kind of flying by the seat of their pants. Not to say, Scott Snyder's movies didn't do that either, and they really flew by, they really were like, whatever works, run to it, just to keep this ship from sinking. So, but here it just kind of feels like we're just kind of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. But I'm excited for it. Clayface is one of my favorite Batman villains, and again, I will give DC this over Marvel every time. They're managing to doing villain movies. I just wish we would get villain movies where the villain is the fucking villain, like not this anti-hero bullshit. Like that's one of the real quick, that's what I'm kind of worried about this Darth Maul TV series that got announced. Because now, more stuff is coming out. It's making me go, are they trying to make Maul a fucking anti-hero? The guy who killed men, women, and children to draw Obi-Wan out. That's who we're making an anti-hero? Really? That's what we're going to be doing now? The guy who recorded himself murdering children to send as a come and get me Obi-Wan video. But then again, this is from the same people who decided to make Bo-Katan, who was a terrorist, who indirect actions caused her sister to be murdered in cold blood by same guy who they're trying to look like they're trying to make it into an anti-hero. And now she's like the King Arthur of Mandalore. See what I mean? Anyway, so they're giving more villain movies than anything else. And I know someone's gonna say, but Thunderbolts though. Thunderbolts, it was like two villains and one of them got shot. Everyone else, they were anti-heroes. Anyway, but that's what I give it, is that they're actually willing to do movies with actual villains. But I really do hope Clayface is treated as a villain. Not, you can make him a sympathetic villain, but still make him a bad guy. Now, the other question is, what version of Clayface are we going to get? There's so many. But my thing is, I think I know. I think it's going to be Matt Hagen, but they're going to make it like Matt Hagen's origin mixed with Basil Karlo's origin, like in the 90s cartoon. Reason I say that is because, Basil Karlo is an older guy, and Matt Hagen was always this was a much younger, more hip guy. Basil Karlo was more he was more in line with, his name is a playoff of Boris Karloff, for God's sake. So, I don't think it'll be him. I think it will be Matt Hagen mixed with Karlo's origin. And they'll give him the Clay powers. And because, again, also, James Gunn is very clearly a fan of the... goddamn chair. He's very much a fan of the 90s Batman cartoon. So I wouldn't be shocked if they took that route, made some changes to Flanagan's script, and just made it Matt Hagen. But, it would be kind of cool if, Hagen in here is a struggling actor, and his one of inspirations is old Basil Karlo movies. Make it that Basil Karlo was an actual actor who was in the 1930s and 40s and did a lot of horror and stuff like that. And Matt Hagen, who watched these movies as a kid and became just enthralled by Karlo. That'd be kind of cool. Um, that would also like be a nice way to showcase that's how I would do it, is like to showcase Carlo. But I digress. So the idea of Clayface is going to be really cool. I'm very like, again, we already know that Clayface exists in this universe, and we also know that like he's just this big we know he's the big mud monster or big clay monster. So I'm very curious to see like that, like some body horror. I'm hoping to see that. I'm also hoping to see like some just straight up scare, like spooky shit. And I hope this is a superhero horror movie. That's what I really want. Like, I want this to be like a comic book horror movie, with like like some body horror. Also, like Carlo's a Clayface is a shapeshifter, so you can really play with that. And the fact that he's an actor also helps with the performance. That you could just have him shapeshift into someone. He's talking to someone. It's two people having a conversation, and one of them turns out to be Clayface. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really excited for this. I still don't know, like, it's still kind of dumb to me that, like, we're getting a Clayface movie before Batman, but then again, I just want it to be a comic book horror movie. Like, I think we need more of that. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this casting for, Clayface, and are you guys hoping? Are you thinking it'll be Matt Hagen? Do you think it will be Basil Carlo? Do you think that's who they'll be, or do you think he'll kind of go with my route? Or for all we know, it could be Preston Payne, the third Clayface, for all we fucking know. Anyway, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.